So I did a video recently that got a lot of you guys talking. It was about American rapper and singer Lil Uzi Vert and how he spent $200,000. That's where you heard it, $200,000 on his new tattoos. But today we are here to talk about another man who also recently got some very expensive work done as well. He goes by the name, and he is a rapper himself, Lil Durk. Now, Lil Durk got a massive piece that covers his whole back. It is of a tattoo that is of a much higher quality than rappers and celebrities usually get. But the big thing with this tattoo is it only took 8 hours to complete, and also it came with a whopping price tag of almost $100,000. That's a lot of money. Why did it cost so much damn money? Continue to watch because we will tell you why. So it's not every day we see celebrities walking around and getting good tattoos, and that's why I believe Lil Durk's tattoo got so big, went so viral when his artist posted it. We finally got somebody in a category that doesn't usually get the best tattoos finally get some amazing ink. So who is this artist and the person behind this amazing piece? Well, his name is Ganga, or how he is known by now, and famously known as Ganga Tattoo. Ganga is a tattoo artist that specializes in black and gray realism. He runs his own tattoo shop out of Los Angeles and is currently one of the most in-demand artists in the world. Now, Ganga has built an impressive list of celebrity clientele over his years as a tattoo artist because of his hyper-realistic style that doesn't skip out on the details, and now seems to become the go-to artist for celebrities and high-status people. And the fact that he is the first shop and artist to offer a service where you are put to sleep while getting tattoos so you don't feel any pain, and now have the ability to go ahead and get massive pieces like that of Lil Durk's or Lil Uzi Vert's, and making it get it done so quickly in such a short amount of time has only fueled and made him more popular and more in demand. So now let's talk about the tattoos that Lil Durk got done by Ganga. So the first one is pretty obvious. As we can see, it is a human skull done in black and gray realism. It is striking, it is simple, but sometimes simple is all you need. Now, unfortunately, I looked and I could not find the meaning to why he got this tattoo. There's nothing out there, but from my belief and from what I could see, I think he got it just because it looks cool, and usually a human skull fits very nicely on the back. It is a very popular tattoo to get there, so I think that's the reason why he got it. But we also learned after that Lil Durk got some more tattoos done by Ganga as well, with the whole back of his thighs being done. Now, these tattoos included the word family, which was an abbreviation for all mine, I'll lay yours, and then having the words the voice beneath that on one leg, and then on the other leg he had a crossed out rab with the word no snitches allowed. I'm pretty sure that's directed towards 6ix9ine. So Lil Durk then reveals that he had even more work done by Ganga as well, this time with the front of his thighs and upper legs being tattooed and blasted as well, with the words R.I.P. King Von and R.I.P. D-Thang, continuing with Allahu Akbar below D-Thang's name. This phrase means God is bigger in Arabic, as Lil Durk is Muslim. Now, these front tattoos are memorial pieces towards King Von and D-Thang because they were very close people that unfortunately had passed away in Lil Durk's life. So now that we know a little bit more about the tattoos that he got and the quality that they are, now let's talk about everybody's favorite thing and why you are probably here. The price. So when referring back to the conversation with Complex when they reached out to Ganga and asked what is the price range for your services, he responded back by saying it is around $100,000 for 1 day of work. Yeah, I know, I've heard this many times already and my jaw still drops every time I read that. Now, if we check the IG post from Ganga himself, we can see that he says that this tattoo took 8 hours to complete by 8 hours, which was a record apparently. So now let's do some quick and easy math. We know that the tattoo took 8 hours to complete, and that equals 1 day of service. We know that his days of service cost $100,000 a day. So when we add that all up, that back piece costed $100,000. Wow. It's a lot of money for a tattoo. Mine costed a quarter of that. Now, I want you guys to do me a favor, and that is go ahead in the comment section now and let me know what you think of this tattoo and the price tag that came along with it. Do you think it is worth it, or do you think he got ripped off completely? Also, what are your opinions of being put to sleep while getting tattooed? That is another big thing I will be talking about in the video soon as well. Also, go ahead and like the video so it can be pushed out to a whole brand new audience. Maybe I catch the attention of Ganga himself and I can do something with him in terms of a video or something like that. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of my tattoos that I got coming. I just released the final video to my back, so you can go check that out. But I got my foot, my most painful tattoo yet, and also my head and ass coming in the near future as well. So there is a little more that we need to dissect and talk about with the pricing, because I do not believe all that money is going straight into Ganga's pocket. So let's break this pricing down a little bit more. So we do know that Lil Durk went under anesthesia for this procedure, and I did talk to somebody that used to work at Ganga for a little bit, and they told me that the pricing for this procedure is about $10,000 to $15,000 a day. Then we have 8 artists working on him. 7 of them are gonna get paid. Ganga is the 8th, so we're gonna just kind of exclude him from this as well. And I kind of made it in the last video where I said about $5,000 a day. I know that's a lot of money for one artist's daily worth, but these are celebrities, so you can charge a premium. And also, I'm trying to estimate it as high as I can possibly do without making it too unrealistic. So let's just say we have 7 artists at $5,000 a day. That's $35,000 a day in fees for the artists, for the services, for their work, for their time. And then we go ahead and we add the anesthesia to that equation as well. We are at about $50,000 in total for everything. So the rest of that money in the $50,000 goes towards Ganga, and he charges that premium for his name. We're only at about $100,000 for the back. That's not it. So in a song by Lil Durk called Federal Nightmares, one of his verses at 150 timestamps says, I paid 200 cash for Ganga to tap my thighs up. I pay 200 cash for Ganga to tap my thighs up. It'll be linked in the description so you can go check it out as well. And if we look at this post too, we see Ganga saying our brother Lil Durk came in for his 3rd no pain session. That's right, 3rd. And if we go off what he said on his daily rates of $100,000 a day, we times that by 3, we are at $300,000 for all the work that he has gotten, including his whole back done, the back of his thighs, and the front of his thighs as well. So there is one thing now I just realized as I was editing this video and I came across that kind of throws things into kind of a loop and kind of makes things a little unclear. Yes, he does say he tattooed his thighs for $200,000 or he paid Ganga that much, and then we know the back took 8 hours to do, and I think the back of the thigh was kind of included when he was doing that. But we also learned, and I also learned, that he was getting his whole front section done as well, along with the front of his kind of shins and area like that. He had his whole upper torso kind of recovered up, did some touch-ups to it, added like a mic record to it. It looked like he did wording onto his thighs. So all that now comes into the play on the 3 days that Ganga said he was under the needle and under anesthetics. So that has to come into play as well. But for majority of everything, the pricing still stays the same. Now we just got to add in kind of this whole front torso now too. Now, if you were to ask me whether I think it is worth it or not to spend $100,000 on this back piece or $300,000 for everything that he had done, my answer is going to be not a fucking chance. To me, when I look at this type of work, it does not scream that money at all. Yes, his back piece is an amazing realistic piece, and I am not going to take anything away from that. But again, it is a very simple, plain skull done in black and gray realism. And although the work done on his thighs look clean and it is done good, I just do not see them being worth the $200,000 price tag that they are supposedly coming with. It's just big wording and that's about it. I just don't see the worth in that. See, for me, the way I look at it, you're gonna have a lot of top tier artists around the world that charge a lot of money, maybe in the $2,000 to $4,000 range, which is quite high per daily rate. And I still believe that you are going to be paying about a quarter to a fifth, maybe even less, for this type of work, and you're probably going to get even better quality as well, because there are some amazing artists out there as well. But see, this isn't me shitting on Ganga or his crew. I respect the grind, I respect the hustle, I respect the artwork that they're putting out and what they're doing in terms of changing the game and giving better quality artwork to these people that usually get lesser quality. And like I said in my Little Uzi Vert video, I also had to think about the situation and the clientele that is being targeted for this type of work in this situation, because it's not towards you or me, it's towards an elite type of group. These are the people that have money to blow. They want top quality work. They don't want to have to deal with the pain associated with getting tattooed. They want it done quickly, and more than anything, they want that status and that name that comes along with it. And for all that extra stuff, you are going to need to pay a lot more. And in that case, I can see it being worth it a little bit more. Not the amount that this is, but I can definitely make an understanding more towards it being worth a bit more. Go ahead and check out this video right here. It's of a Little Uzi Vert. It's $200,000 tattoo, and of this video as well, which is the final video of my back, which costed way less and, in my opinion, much better. But you guys can be the opinion and judges on that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you next week. Like always, Justin out. Later, guys.